T.I.? Just on the T.I. Nay, I will sue you for defamation of character.
No, you did not. No. You ain't got to mute her, cuz. You ain't got to mute her, folks. She good, but I'm just saying.
Y'all got me on the T.I., but I don't talk. Y'all got me on the T.I.?
Wait, see who on the T.I.? Who?
You ain't see me on no T page, nothing like.
It's crazy how fast the T app became the #1 app in the App Store, but they're already on the decline because they've recently had a data breach where ladies' information have been made public. So some of the raggedy men are celebrating that. That's what you get for trying to warn other women about me. They're never getting the copycat allegations because everything women do, they have to have a counter for it. Introducing BoxScore, a man-only app where users anonymously share info and warnings about women to spot red flags and feedback. They can't stand the idea of women warning other women about some of their toxic behavior. Married men on dating apps, or men who abuse women, or assault women, or like all of these negative things that women genuinely need to know about. I hate the idea of women-only spaces. If you're ever looking for a man, you'll find him in a woman's comment section. You'll find them bothering a woman on a solo date, or crashing a group of women's girls' night out, or asking why they can't get into the women's only club, or the women's only gym. They want to copy women's every move, but they can't decenter women like we decenter men. But to be fair, I know there are more than one bitter or scorned woman who is willing to use that app and weaponize it against an innocent man, and that is wrong. When you have a handful of people saying the same thing about the same person, everybody ain't lying.
The T app was designed to expose men, but it's exposing y'all women. It's showing just how dirty and nasty the men that y'all have been dealing with are. Y'all get online with these high standards that you don't have in real life, which is what I always say. You can't believe what they're saying. You got to watch what they're doing. They can tell you all day what they won't do, but that app is showing you what they will do. Y'all are showing just how low vibrational the men that y'all have to pick from are. You can't sit up and say that you got all these options yet. These are the men that you're picking. The truth is, that's all you got to pick from. You have a bunch of group of nasty, terrible men to choose from, and you're just trying to find the best out of the worst. But all of them are horrible. Everything that you have to choose from is horrible because of how you are as a woman. You carry yourself in a way that there's a very specific type of man who would find you attractive. And that small group of men is who y'all are choosing from. And that's why y'all are sharing the same men. Because out of that small group of men that y'all are all picking from, y'all are trying to find the best looking one, the one who appear to seem like he got some money, even though he usually don't end up having no money. Y'all are all picking and filtering through that small group of disgusting, nasty pookies, right? And no matter what you get online and say about how you want rich men, you ain't even in proximity to rich men. Rich men don't even see you on their radar when you walk by, right? Because nothing about who you are and how you carry yourself would pick up on the radar of a man who got any class about himself, right? Only pookies find you desirable. And that's the reason why y'all are all sharing the same pookies. That's the reason why y'all all sharing the same pookies. It don't matter what y'all get on that app and expose regarding these men, how terrible they done treated you, what STDs they done gave you, how many babies they done had and left. There still will be a line of women ready to give that man a shot to see whether or not she can get better results than you got. So you can never really expose men because there's always going to be women who are willing to test it out for themselves and still see whether or not the stuff the previous women said is actually true.
And there's supposed to be certain rules and etiquette. Apparently, nobody is following the rules. Apparently, there are people on the app. There are celebrities on the app. Trey Songz. There are celebrities on the app and women are exposing. But what happened, because a lot of women thought this was funny, a lot of women were exposing men's personal business. Now, I will say this. There were some men that were on this app that has done nothing, that aren't doing anything. It could be an ex from X amount of years ago that really just despises this dude. So now people are just believing. I mean, people already believe everything on social media, but now you have an app and people are just believing everything about people on there. I know somebody's brother that isn't even that type of guy, barely goes out or does anything, was posted on there, you know, and they felt like they were the blame for it because of whatever beef they had. But no. Now, that right there, that's unfortunate, but this is the internet. Let me say this. Let me go on a tangent real quick about this, and we'll get back on the T app. Be careful what you post. I really mean that. If you want to post like your friends and family and stuff like that, make a whole other page with just friends and family following it, and post your family there. I wouldn't even recommend posting your children or your significant other if you're in that realm. But if you are going to do it, I would try to do it in a very tight-knit private community, because people are weirdos out there. There are weirdos that have pictures of your children in their phone and on their computer. There are weirdos that have your wife. There are weirdos that have your husband. There are weirdos out there. People getting doxxed, all of that. There are weirdos out there. So just be careful how you move. Back to the T app. So this T app was a very funny thing for a lot of women. It was basically Bad Girls Club baddies mixed in with love and hip hop with a little drizzle of Real Housewives of Potomac and Atlanta mixed in with a little bit of dirty hip hop and a little bit of porn. Yes, that's what the T app sounds like to me. A very nasty cup of tea, right? The tea with Folgers in it. That's how it tastes. It's nasty. But here's the point. The point is they create this T app. Women thought it was fun and games until men started getting upset, and then women started getting upset because women, y'all do each other dirtier than anybody that does y'all. They started posting other women on the app. So what did that do? That also added to the flame of now men coming out with apps, multiple apps exposing women. But you know what? The men took it up an extra notch because y'all wanted to run y'all mouth and talk. Now these dudes are posting your nudes and videos. This is why sometimes it's good to shut up. Yes, could that be considered revenge porn? Yeah, it can. But guess what? Let's go back to the ladies. Some of these ladies expose dudes that have a lot of money. If they find out about it, or they find out it was you, now they can lawyer up and you can be sued for defamation.